Hello there guys, it's me and Stable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 4 of Stellaris. We are playing with the not quite yet released MegaCorp DLC and the 2.2 Guin patch. I'm absolutely convinced that this issue where some trade power has disappeared is definitely a bug. Somebody did suggest in the comments of my last video that resources you're collecting, including trade power, will only show when you're holding down control. First of all, it's Alt, not Control. And I've actually got that turned on by default, which is this little button down here. So all of these green numbers are stuff that I'm already collecting. And you can see the trade power here that I'm getting in the payer system. That is showing. But there was trade on I can't remember which two systems it was now. I think it may have been these two, Clear and Hyan. Both of these were showing that they had trade on one of the bodies within the system, and after building the outpost that trade didn't show, and it absolutely should. We should have that, because if we go and look in payer we have a trade hub, so it is upgraded. It has two star-based modifiers that increase its collection range, so its collection range should be +2 because it has a base of 0. So that means it should be able to collect trade from anywhere that is 2 jumps away, including this. I think that was the other one, actually, Core. I think Core was the other place that had the trade value. So we should be able to get that. The only trade we're getting here, if we look at the trade map mode, is we are getting... Click on here directly. Yeah, trade value is 2.2. The reason it's 2.2 is 2 is coming from the planet itself, which is Prayer Prime. Does list this somewhere. I remember seeing it, but we're basically getting 2 trade, and then we're getting the 0.2 comes from the population. So that's definitely some sort of bug. It was showing trade value there, and after building an outpost, that trade value disappeared. So definitely something untoward going on there. Like I said, though, this DLC and this patch haven't been released yet. I'm playing an early version from Paradox, and therefore there may be bugs or some things that will be changed. It's a little bit weird, but we will deal with it. Now, somebody else in the comments also did notice that my capital, where am I? Our Empire capital, we have 42 jobs. We only have 34 population. So what we need to do is get our population up. Now, apparently, there is a planetary edict. Is it under decisions now? Where you can spend some food. There we go. Encourage planetary growth. Spend 1,000 food. Well, we do have 1,000 food. And it gives 120 months of population growth speed plus 25%. We'll go ahead and do that here on the capital, because that will fill up the jobs that we're not currently using, and these people will move off to the other planets as well. I wonder, actually, have they changed the... Because it looks like now a lot of the decisions and the edicts and things are all going to have changed now. And I'm just wondering if it's possible to... Now, where would it be? Policies... particularly the food one. Food policy, dietary balance. Right, okay, so it's now changed, and it isn't just about how much you can stockpile. So we can either reduce our food upkeep, so we use 25% less food, but it slows down our growth and it reduces our biological pop happiness, or we can use an extra 25% food and increase our pop growth by 10% and our biological happiness by 5%. How much are we using? 38. So another 25%. We could probably still do that and be just about 10 years. We should still be in the positives just. If not, I'm sure we can work some more farms. Yeah, we're still making +1 food. One thing in the last videos that I didn't show because I didn't realise that you could do is when you actually look on the population of a planet and you can see... exploitation forecast complete. That's just... That voice is so loud. When you actually see the different jobs that you have available and you mouse over and it tells you what those different jobs and resources are, you can actually click on these and expand them. And you can actually see where all of the individual people are and what places they're working in. So you could move them out of one job and put them into another if there is a free space. So that's actually quite a cool thing. I didn't realise that you could do that. So thanks to Marbazir for pointing me into that one, because I had not seen it before. But yeah, we definitely have some free jobs going, so we do need to sort that out. Let us carry on. We've got our science ships. You are still investigating. I would like to get all of these inner planets done here, or these inner systems, but at the same time I really do want to try and find a neighbour.
We built something.
Particularly, oh right, got some extra energy coming in now, that is good. But yes, I do want to try and find a neighbour, because it would be very useful if we could grab some, or try and put one of those, what do they call them? I've even forgotten the words now. It's under corporate, but I can't see it. The office, basically. Add 3 science to somewhere random. We're going to keep exploring out in this direction. See, now theoretically, if we were to build an outpost here at Zun, that should give us trade power, because Paya should be able to collect from there. But I'm just worried if I do it, it'll be a waste, because the trade power will disappear again, and then I'll just be left building an outpost for 2 energy credits, which really isn't worthwhile.
Prospect analyzed.
Construction ship has finished whatever it was working on. Why don't you go over here? What is our research, actually? Our engineering research is pretty low. So, yeah, go over there and build research stations. We'll take that. This science ship has finished. Again, I'd kind of like to see neighbours first, so let's keep moving out that way. That's probably a good choke point there. And there is a planet, although it's not all that useful for us. But we could possibly block one of these off as a choke point. That one would probably be the best one for us right there. Do you have a few things that we also need to research? Can you do that? Come... Oh, autosave screwed me over there. Come back and research that, and then survey that system. Let's get that done while we're out there. So, apart from the fact that we're not making an awful lot of food now, we should really be increasing our population growth, which means we'll be able to get more of our population working farms, which means we'll eventually get more food coming in, so that should be fine. We've got a decent amount of energy credits now. Alloys still isn't great. Mostly being consumed by our ships for upkeep. I definitely think that we still want to keep getting some additional ships in this. Piracy suppression. 11 corvettes, 110 piracy suppression. Nice. Let's go and...
Technology discovered.
Oh.
Rad.
Excellent. Pop growth plus 10%. Wow. We've got a lot of stuff now that's increasing our pop growth. Food processing facilities could be useful. Naval capacity jobs from soldiers plus 2. Defense, army damage. Let's go for the food processing facilities. Another thing that I didn't show last time either is now your armies. You no longer have... At least I don't believe so. Yeah, you can't recruit defensive armies anymore now. Defensive armies are linked directly to buildings. So you have to build certain buildings to get defensive armies. So that is a slightly different way things are done there. But yeah, I do want to get a couple more ships if possible. And I always forget how to do this. We need to go onto our shipyard. There we go. And we want to go into the shipyard itself. So, corvettes are pretty much all we can build. We can get a couple more. Try and keep it reasonable. We don't want to have everything too expensive. So, you're moving back there. I'm just going to go and put the speed up to fast. Until we've done a little bit more exploration. We probably do want to claim this system out here. I mean, there are some minerals... And even though we can't get the volatile motes yet, we will definitely want to grab that. There's also a nice little savannah world here that gives us... Well, it says trade value. Whether or not that will actually work, that is a different matter. But we should certainly send our construction ship over there, I think, once it's finished doing this. And we'll go and connect that up. And we only have trade there. So if we increase our trade range here on the home world, that should collect from 1, 2. Yeah, we should be able to do that. That should be within the realms of possibility. Somebody else has leveled up. So military fleet is growing nicely. That's fine. We've got another faction now. They are both happy, so that's okay. Not a problem there at all. You get that researched. But yeah, just a little bit concerned with the trade and why that isn't working the way that I'm expecting it to be working. Let's just have a quick look at our primary shipyard here. at the starbase. So this has collection range +1. So it will automatically collect from anything within a one
Research
system
complete.
range. What do we get? Oh, we got some extra research there. Was that the ship? Yep, you're going to go back up there now. So we'd need to upgrade it to +2 to reach that, but
Planetary exploitation forecast complete.
not a problem. Right. Stuff needs doing. You go and survey that one. Construction ship.
Another bleeding edge technology discovered.
You go and build a outpost. Energy credits from technicians +10%, so that'll give us some more energy credits. We can increase our research speed more. Research station output increased. Let's just get the research speed, get that nice and early. So our population growth at the moment must be pretty good. Is there anywhere where we can see our population growth directly? I suppose looking per planet would be good. So our population growth is quite good here. We've got the 10% boost from genome mapping. We've got the 10%, which is our tech. We've got the 10% growth from nutritional plentitude, which is the food policy we enacted. It costs us some more food, but we grow quicker. And then we've got the growth encouraged decision that we took. So all of those things is basically giving us an extra 45% growth rate. Population, so we do have some migration. That's people leaving to go and seed the colonies. That is fine. Amenities are down. Available amenities -2. So we do need to think about getting some more amenities on the planet. So that's something that we should certainly keep in mind. Okay, I'm learning as I go. It's all new stuff. So how would I be able to build an extra thing here? This is locked. Upgrading the starbase will unlock additional slots. So I need 500 alloys if I want to upgrade this to a starhold to get an additional slot there, which I'd like to do because it'll save me having to upgrade this outpost that I'm going to put here. We will grab that planet.
Hey, can we monetize this?
We can go and research that. It's quite a low one. So you're going to build there. And we will come back and grab that. That could be another planet that we can have. You've got back over there. That is fine. Still haven't found any neighbours yet. I am kind of surprised. There could be somebody down here on the outer edge of the galaxy as well. There's some elections underway. I'm not too bothered about interfering in that, am I? Possibly? Who's our current person? You're the current person. You have the reduced ship build cost. And the reduced ship upkeep, which is not bad. So do you. You have more research speed. Tend to prefer to just keep people where they are, though. Although I don't really want to spend the influence right now, so we'll hang on to it. We may just have to shuffle some leaders around.
Technology discovered. Rad.
Right, there we go. So now we have got mining station output plus 10%. Excellent. Plus 10% minerals from miners is quite nice. We can get another mining station 10% output. Let's get the 10% minerals from miners. I'll take that. So they really have rebalanced the way that a lot of these technologies that originally used to allow you to build new buildings that would give you more yields from resources are now just like direct resource yields. A new ruler has been elected. Yep, you were one of our scientists on that ship, which is why you've now just suddenly stopped doing what you were doing. So we need to get a new scientist. You have increased survey speed, so let's get you. Okay, so this is the science ship up here. You need to finish surveying that system, and that's the science ship up there. So let's keep moving you out. We will bump into somebody eventually. Construction ship has finished down here. Very tempted to go ahead and just build the mining stations, as that costs us minerals, not alloys. I like that they've split the resource used for building now, because it used to be that you used your minerals for building ships as well, which often meant you had to make the difficult decision between upgrading star bases, building ships, or upgrading planets and building outposts and buildings on planets. So I think it's nice that you've got one resource that's really used for your military, for building ships and for building stations, and then you've got a separate resource that is actually used for just upgrading planets and building mining stations and things like that. So yeah, I do like that change. Is one of the things that I appreciate about it. Finding some energy, nothing particularly amazing on some of these systems. I'm not finding anything up here that is really blowing me away, to be honest. Science ships being quite slow. You're supposed to have that increased survey speed. See, again, whenever I see somewhere with trade power now, I'm just thinking, is it worth me grabbing it if this is a bug? But we do have
Prospect analyzed.
Places where we have planets are giving us trade, but we're only getting that trade from the planet. Well, you're getting trade from that. But we do have a planet here, but there definitely should be trade coming from some of these others, and there isn't. So we've got the energy from that. We're getting the minerals. You're building the next one. That's fine. You finish surveying that. Come on, let us find a neighbour. Hopefully somebody who's not super hostile. I really don't want to have a third science ship doing this. I definitely do have some AI players turned on in this game. I'm fairly certain of that. Now we will need to go and build an outpost over here.
Anomaly detected.
We have an anomaly. It's easy. Let's go and research it. How much is it going to cost us again if we want to get ourselves a colony ship? 200 alloys. Yeah, that is very expensive, but I think we will need one. As much as I really want to... Right, let's get the colony ship first. We'll get another world. And this is now finished off, so we can go... Maybe... Let's just pause it while we look at these, try and remember what they are. Extra mining station output is useful. Not too bothered about domination. Expansion can be good. Colony development speed increased. It does give us things like reduced starbase influence cost, reduced starbase upkeep, new colonies start with additional pop. Diplomacy could be nice, especially if we're playing like a trade federation. Increased trade value, market fee reduced by 10%, base trade protection from trade routes increased by 5, increases naval capacity. Diplomatic influence cost reduced by 50%. Population growth and immigration increased by 10. Yeah, I'm going to go for diplomacy here. Let's try and play a relatively non-aggressive game, at least in the early days, if we can get away with doing that.
Construction complete.
What have we got here? Gain some research. Construction ship is now done. So we can't get the volatile motes yet. We don't have the required tech. So let's get ourselves over here. We can't do this yet because we can't actually build the outpost. But I want to see what happens when we build that outpost. Will that trade value go away? That trade value is sitting here on Seaterra 2B. So let's see what happens. Does it say where that's coming from? Because there's nothing here. There's no resources listed. There's nothing that we can click on that shows us why that exists. All we can see is that there is trade value present on this planet. Build a trade hub within the collection radius to connect it to a trade route to utilize this trade value. That's what I did with the other ones. So
Planetary exploitation forecast complete.
oh, that's going to be a difficult one. Let's leave that one be for now. And let's keep moving on out. Let's find somewhere. So we need to wait until we have enough alloys in order to be able to build that starbase. So it looks like we need 100 alloys to do that. So we're only making 7 per month, so it's a little bit slower than I would like. We have unemployed populations on Payer Prime, so we need to build some more buildings here. Our food isn't great, so let's go ahead and build ourselves an agricultural district. Yeah, so we have 3 jobs and 4 pop, so we definitely need to sort that out. We have the planet can support the construction of additional buildings. Now, we still have a problem with amenities here. Amenities are represented by... No, that's trade, pop assembly, government, resource, manufacturing, army... Amenities, there we go.
Anomaly found. Hey,
research that one.
can we monetize this?
So we've got hollow theatres. Now both of these seem to cost the same. Oh, this one, entertainers turn consumer goods into Unity and amenities. So this one... Right, okay, so there's the difference. This one gives us 3 housing and 5 amenities. This one doesn't give us any housing, but it gives us 2 jobs. And also, entertainers turn consumer goods into Unity and amenities. I think I'd prefer this one for now, just so we go straight up into the net positives. So let us work on that. We are not quite up to 100 alloys yet, but we will be at the end of this month. So build the outpost. So this will be the question. Will that trade value still be there once we've built this? This is what we're going to find out here. You are going to survey that system. Colony ship is done. Added some minerals somewhere. Excellent. Colony ship, you are going to get yourself over here. Now, I've not told him to colonize. I'm literally just flying over there. Just get him into position. So I'm actually recording this. The first 3 videos of this series I recorded back to back. There's been a couple of days since I recorded those. So I don't think there has been a patch. So here we go. That one didn't actually disappear. That is good. Now we're not collecting that trade value yet because we don't have a trade hub in range. We will want to go ahead and get a better shipyard there. So we will want to upgrade this starbase. That's going to cost us 200. We'll do that as soon as we can afford it. Strange that the other ones disappeared then. Not too sure why that happened. But there was definitely trade value on some of these that disappeared. Maybe there has been a patch that has fixed it, but the ones that have already gone remain gone. I don't know. So what I could do is if I turn this into a trade hub and give it the +1 module, I can also go and claim this system as well, and I should get the trade value from that. So we need to get up to 2. We're making a decent amount of energy actually. I could just go ahead and buy the alloys. I think that's probably reasonable. I'm going to go ahead and buy 250 alloys just to get this sort of kick-started. So let's go back into here and we will upgrade that. And we've got our colony ship that's there now as well. You are here and we want you to go and grab the habitable planet, which is this one. So go ahead and colonize that. No, don't see any reason to change the name.
We built something.
So
Anomaly found. Hey.
No, we'll leave that be for now. So you can still construct additional buildings. Your amenities are good. You've got 5 population and 5 jobs. So we do need something.
Planetary production hub.
Leave that be for now. Let's go ahead and grab this one. It'll give us some metallurgist jobs, which will turn minerals into alloys. We definitely could do with more alloys. So, can we clear any of these blockers? Not yet. So let's not worry too much about that for now. So let's get this construction ship over here. And we'll build another outpost. So I do have a plan here. So as soon as this outpost is upgraded to a trade hub, we should be able to start collecting this trade value here.
Exploitation forecast complete.
This is this ship. Come on! I mean, I could just go and explore and try and find a neighbour that way, but survey system. Some quite nice systems out in this direction, actually. So that is still showing. It's not connected yet because it's not green. We have a new tech, which is food processing facilities. So it gives us a new building, I believe. Planet limit 1, food from farmers plus 15%, and it gives an extra farmer job. Nice. Leader pool size +1. Unlocks build starbase building off-world trading company. Sounds like something we should probably get, right? So let's go for that one. Unpause again. And we will find out what happens in the next video. Hopefully this over here will all work. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Stellaris. I will see you next time, and until then, goodbye for now.